I had someone send me a message and ask me a number of questions, specifically around Hebrews chapter 4 and the Sabbath, the rest of God. The message says, uh, bear with me, I have a lot of questions. In the context of talking about the Sabbath, it says our attitudes of the heart are laid bare before God. The day of rest became work, and we did not want to do it. It seems that the author is saying that the people's disobedience to the law made them unable to enter God's rest. Their attitude was that they were being disobedient to God's command of rest. What is your attitude towards the Sabbath day and the day of rest? Yeah, there's more to it, but I guess I'll answer one question at a time. And personally, as far as the Ten Commandments are concerned, it's literally one of the Ten Commandments given to the Israelites as they left Egypt. And I don't see any reason not to honor it. It's not a salvational issue. Christ has already come and um, done the sacrifices and lived a righteous and perfect life in our stead. It's not a matter of winning brownie points in heaven or gaining God's favor, but it's a matter of taking advantage of a gift that God has given us as His people, a day to recharge, to regenerate, to connect with our families, to study, to pray. It's a blessing of a day. So, me personally, my family personally, I try to put away the phone. I don't. I put it on mute, put it away from my sight. I don't do engage in work, and I don't allow anyone within my gates to engage in work either. In terms of someone wants to do a yard work or something, they'll have to wait till the next day or another day of the week. But it's just a matter of it being a gift that I want to receive from God, and enjoy God's gift. So the next question is, what heart posture do you take while approaching the Sabbath? And that's just it. It gives me a day to really recharge, to energize, to focus on God fully, to study the Scriptures, and it's a tremendous blessing. If God designed the universe and creation in this way, where He worked for 6 days and rested on the seventh day, whether that's a literal or some figurative language, nonetheless, the cycle by the creator of the universe is established in this manner. So why wouldn't I honor it? I'm one of His creation, right? We are His creation. Why wouldn't we want to follow the same pattern that the creator, who knows how things work, established it as? And the next question, he says, if Jesus brought about the seventh day for mankind to rest from work, how do we honor that rest and keep the Sabbath from being work? Personally, I don't think it's that difficult. Maybe you prepare your food ahead of time and you unplug. I don't think it needs to be that much work. It's simply prepare food ahead of time. Get some food in the oven or something like that, and I think you're usually good to go if you live in the Western world. Yeah. So how do we balance our faith and our actions? Should they be separate? Now, I don't think our faith and our actions should be separate. I think faith is because of your faith, your actions will grow forth from them. And I think it's a beautiful time, as far as the Sabbath is concerned, to honor that faith and to live in that faith and to move in God's presence throughout the entire Sabbath, if to the best of your ability. You're certainly not on the internet. You're not checking emails. You're not doing any of that stuff. So you have a lot more ability and clear-headedness to focus on the things that matter. He's asking, should we partake in the Sabbath? And if so, how do we do it in the right heart posture to honor Jesus and to keep it from being work? Yeah, personally, I want to honor the Sabbath because I look at it as a gift. If someone wants to acknowledge that Jesus came and lived a righteous life and it threw out a lot of the ceremonial laws and all this, whatever. I don't think it's going to keep someone out of heaven as long as they have Jesus as Lord, knowing that God raised Him from the dead. I just think it's a gift. Why wouldn't you honor the Sabbath? Why wouldn't you honor the Sabbath? It makes sense for me. You got too many things to do. You got too much work that you have to work 7 days a week. You can't just take a break. I mean, if it is the case, then you might want to consider the life that you're living. Really, that's all I can say about it. If we have been released from the law to enter rest permanently, is the Sabbath just a formality? Was it always just a formality, a symbolic gesture to God's peace? I don't know the answer to that. I don't. Again, I don't think it's a salvational issue. I think anyone who wants to should be able to keep it. I don't think you have to keep it based on what Jesus has already done. But I mean, it's one of the Ten Commandments. Why would I not honor it? If it's something that God wanted to establish for us, why wouldn't I accept the gift from our Father? Why wouldn't I? Doesn't make any sense otherwise to me personally. But is it less or maybe even more important today than it was back in the desert? That's a good question. I guess I'd venture to say it's probably pretty important nowadays, especially considering how plugged in most of us are to to internet and social media and all this other nonsense. I think it's probably pretty important personally. He said he has a lot of questions. Maybe we'll get him on an interview or something like that, and we can have an actual conversation. But that's the stance that I have on it. It's a heart thing. It's not a it's not a salvational thing. It's a, hey, I want to connect with God more fully. Why wouldn't I honor it? So that's essentially it for me. That's my take on it. And please let me know if you have any questions.